It has been such a beautiful day today. I'm just heading into the bus now. Though I was excited for the curtains, it seemed like something I still needed to figure out and research. But I'm pretty confident of what I want to do, so I'm just going to measure out these reflectics in the bus. So the idea with these is that they're going to cover the bottom, while the top we can probably tint or do something else with, because that does open, so I don't want to just block it completely. It makes sense to keep those two parts separate. I think the best way to go forward with the reflectics is going to be to sew the fabric on only one side of these. So like on the blue side, I'll put on the cotton fabric to make it beautiful on the inside, but then leave the reflective side as is, so that when it's facing the outside of the bus, it actually does what it's supposed to, as opposed to me blocking the effects of it. I'm a bit disappointed that it doesn't go the whole way. Is that the same for all the windows? Let's see. Maybe I can cut some of them. It's like a whole panel missing. How did I not notice that the first time? All right, come on, Eris. Our first job on the bus today is definitely going to be to tidy things up. I mean, if I'm going to be making curtains in here, I can't have a big mess on the floor, so I'm going to take a moment, clean everything up, pick it up off the ground, and then I'll get started. First bit of furniture. Leave the geese alone. Gosh, we have so many of these bits. They're just everywhere. It's looking so much better in here. Check it out. I just have a few more things left to pick up and tidy up. And I reckon I need a bowl for like little things like these, because otherwise they're just gonna get lost. So I'll see if I can find something for them all, because that's going to be pretty easy to tidy up as long as we have the right things for it. Don't tell me what to do. It's like a whole new space. Shows just how big this area is. So I've got all the tools, all the power tools, all the normal tools, the toolbox, the bits, bobs, I know what I'm talking about. Then we've got the rubbish bin, which right now is full. I have a feeling we're gonna have to go on a tip run soon. The water tank I've left as is, and I'm about to use these things. And then we've got power cord, cleaning things, and all of the nuts, bolts, screws, nails, washers, and things that we would need there. So this bus is ready to be worked on, ready to be built up. All right, now it's time for the fun part. It's time for what I came here for. And I've got a really good idea on how I'm going to solve the fact that one of these is not the right length. See how close it gets? It's so frustrating. Get sewn together until That's so easy to cut. I wonder what's inside. Alright. Let's see. Unless I mess something up. Woo! So good. Yeah. I mean, it's a little janky, but it's fine. Yay! So good. The reflectics on this, man. I'm back and I made my first curtain. Look how good it looks. Yay! We can either tuck it aside like that, but what I would like more is probably, I think, to put like a rod or something on the bottom with the magnet so that it attaches to the bottom easily, and then just be able to roll it up. And now this is going to be my template for all the rest of them. Also, this elastic, I am cutting off each one, but if you're doing the same, don't throw them out, because you can easily turn this elastic into amazing scrunchies, and I'll show you that later on. Tucked in there, so we just need a two. Sit like that. Two. So one of these can be split up into 5. That's awesome. I love that. Yay! And look at all the scrunchies I can make. I do have one more project we're gonna kind of start, but it's still so early on. Like, all of these things that I'm doing are the decorative things, so it's really not time to do them yet. Also, this is probably very angled. Don't know if I made it better. This is coconut core. So I actually bought a roll of it, or Sam bought me a roll to use for my strawberry plants, and this is what's left of it, and I'm kind of hoping there's going to be enough for the front stairs. Ty, what are you doing under there? What are you doing? You're so sneaky. I'm envisioning that the coconut core is going to be like for the steps like this, and then all of this part is actually going to be seashells that I've collected on our local beach. There are restrictions with collecting seashells and using them. I think it's like you can only collect 10 kilograms at a time, which is fantastic. Like, that's way more than I need. So I'm going to collect seashells here and there to make sure I'm not disturbing the ecosystem too much. And then I'm going to use them to decorate different parts of the bus, and the back of this being one of them. We are wanting to create like drawers or be able to lift this up and have storage under here, which is why this isn't something I'm doing yet, but I kind of want to get an idea in my mind of what's going to happen here, and I think I'm going to like that. That way any dirt and stuff it's kind of like a welcome mat, can go onto that, and yeah, don't have to worry about it. I'm pretty excited by what I'm doing, and I couldn't help but at least share part of it with you. I found some little sprouts. They kind of look almost like spring onion sprouts in my garden, and I'm going to transplant some of them because I think that they could potentially grow into bigger onions. So we're going to experiment and see if that works. But while I'm down there as well, I did notice lots of dandelion leaves growing in the garden and around the garden. And I'm going to see if I can harvest some of the roots to dry off to make some tea with. We love dandelion tea, so I think it's just going to be super cool, and we might as well experiment and find out. Here's the little sprouts that I was talking about. And then the dandelion roots are down this way. They say you should harvest them around autumn time, so now's the time to do it. Alright. Let's see. First one, oh, is tiny. I mean, still useful perhaps. We'll see. Ooh, that's a good one. Look at that. Big boy. Nice. Like that. Oh yeah, there we go. That's where the good ones are. Ty, what are you doing? Get out of my garden. Not a bad harvest if I say so myself. Check out, this one's probably the best one I got. Massive. And there's some really thick ones. So good. Now I'm just going to go clean them up, wash them off, and then either roast them or dry them in the oven. I'm going to have to look it up. Just wanted to quickly show you that I'm just rinsing them and they're going sort of this colour, just to get all the dirt out. I'm going to soak them in some water and then give them a really good scrub in some clean water soon. Just to get as much of it out as we can. I guess until the water runs clear. And then all of this amazing liquid I'm just going to tip right onto the garden. Fill it up with water again. Alright, I'm just sitting down to do the scrunchies, and I said that I would show you guys how I do them. So I've cut up a bit of fabric, and these were all my scrap fabrics. And I've cut out about, and I'll write down the measurements, this width by this length, because that just makes the type of scrunchie I like. And then I folded it in half and folded, can you see how I did about 1 centimeter at the top? Now all I'm going to do is stitch up all the way to the bottom, and then once I do that I'll show you the next step. So let's do it. You don't have to be an expert sewer to make these either. It's basic. Now that I've got it all sewed up and it's essentially a tube, we need to turn it inside out. And there's a few ways you can do this, but one of the easiest ways is to get yourself a safety pin. So here's the elastic I would normally use, which is actually thinner. So this thicker one is actually going to be heaps better. And it's literally the same length. This is so good. So safety pin. All right, so we're going to turn it inside out. We're going to put a pin on it and then literally just pull that pin all the way through. And then when you go to pull it through, you can see the scrunchie kind of like eating itself up. That's how you know you're doing it right. I'm sure there's quicker ways to do it, but I'm not doing it commercially. Cool. And then on the other side. And then once it's at this point, you're going to put the elastic through it. Same thing, put it on a pin. This is usually why I do things kind of like in bulk stages. So I'm going to sew them all up, then I'm going to flip them all, and then I'm going to feed the elastic through, because otherwise I have one safety pin for whatever reason and I'm having to do it again and again for each one. So pin with the elastic is now going through. Don't forget to hold the end. Go. And then once you've got both ends, you literally just tie them together. It's that easy. And that's it. So now you have your scrunchie and you just sew up the end bits. Usually you would tuck, you know how we had that one side folded over? So the ugly side you would normally tuck into your pretty side. Seams together so that it's nice and it has the illusion of being seamless, I guess. And then you just sew it together. That's it. That's it. That's the scrunchie. Works so well. We love our scrunchies. I think I'm really gonna like this one too. That fabric is so beautiful. One of our chickens fell into the duck pond, so I brought her in so she can dry off. No sun outside. All the animals are so confused. So confused.
Number 13, grow as you go. Everyone starts somewhere, and comparing yourself to other people's success will create a lot of self-doubt. Focus on bettering yourself and no one else.
Got her in front of the fire,
not linear, and
drinking some water.
Is unique and individual to themselves. Comparing yourself to people, especially those that are very successful, ever, and then I bounce back from it, and then it just teaches me that, like, even at my worst, even when I fail, I'm still able to continue going on. Number 15, the grind isn't...
helped me so much. It's definitely made me a better...
Good plan. By the way, she's all good. My favorite thing about chickens is when they're hungry. Because they follow you anywhere. What you doing there?
Strap on for our busing selection.
Woo! We just scored a bunch of insulation for the floor, the walls and the ceiling for 180 bucks. So I'm super glad that we waited and we were able to get this secondhand from someone's build because they didn't need it. Yes, winning. So as you can see, we have claimed a few things for our bus, including these seats that are taken out of my Subaru that unfortunately died this year. Rest in peace, my beautiful car. But luckily we'll get to use these incredible chairs in our bus as the passenger seats because they are super comfy and it'll be a waste just to see it go to the tip. This week we also picked up some insulation with a massive bargain for our floors as well as our walls and our ceiling. We probably don't have enough for the whole bus, but we'll see just how much more we need to get. And for 180 bucks, that was an awesome deal. One more thing that I haven't shown you guys yet, but I'm sure I will get to, is we also picked up a secondhand stove. There was an older couple that moved into their home and changed over their stove to a induction cooktop since they have the pots and everything. So it meant that they took out their completely beautiful new stovetop and can go straight into our bus, and that was only 30 bucks. So it's really worth, if you're converting your own bus or building your own home, get onto Facebook Marketplace, get onto Gumtree, look around because there's lots of people getting rid of incredible things for secondhand, either because they have it left over from their own build or because they've taken it out for different reasons. I mean, mind you, we have wasted a bit of money here and there as well. If you didn't know, I'm not sure if I shared, but we did buy this oven and cooktop secondhand, and this came out of a caravan. Unfortunately though, this was sold to us needing repair, and it's a much bigger job than we are willing to actually spend the time on. So instead of doing that, we have opted to getting that stovetop, which is new. Well, I mean, it's secondhand, but it's working like new as opposed to doing this. So we'll just move this on, and sometimes that happens. Sometimes you get duds and sometimes you get a really good deal. My little seedlings are coming up. Yay. Look at your freaking crop. You're so funny looking. Go on. I love all our chickens, but the white ones that were actually a friend who moved away to Queensland, she gave them to us, and they're just the funniest things I've ever seen before. There's one that's like skinny and runs around like a crazy chook, and then the other three are just so chill, but like their crop like flopping on their head is just hilarious. And speaking of those chooks, something really exciting has come in the mail and I just cannot wait to share it with you all. So first of all, I'm super excited because a new pack of seeds has come from Whitbird Environmental. If you didn't know, I do have a discount code in our description box so you can get 5% off your own order. They're only doing seed subscriptions at the moment, but well worth it, especially for this month. I already got a sneak peek at what's to come and I cannot wait to plant these into the ground. So this month we have Chinese broccoli, pak choy and peas, and these are three of my favorite things to grow in the garden, and I'm always needing more, so super excited to get those into the ground. So far all of the Whitbird Environmental seeds have been coming up really fast, and a lot of the varieties grow really quick, which for me as a very impatient gardener is a massive bonus. But this, you guys, you don't even understand how excited I am for this. So my best friend's mum is actually an incredible artist. We have a piece at home from her, and I'll have to get it in a moment to show you guys, but she's a sculptress, she's an artist, she's just incredibly talented. And what's really cool is those chickens that I just showed you guys actually inspired her, and she thought that it would be really fun to send it to us, and I'm so glad she did, because this is going to be one of those things that we can put into the bus to remind us of our homestead here and our time here, all of our learning, without actually having to take all the chickens in the homestead along with us. So let me show you her painting. She did already send me a photo of it, but I'm so excited to see it in person. I'm nervous. It's like a pizza box. Ooh, I hope I don't. Do we do it? Are we ready for this? Am I ready for this? I don't even know. Sneak peek. Oh. It's so good. She's got an Instagram page as well, so go give her some love. Go support her. Are you guys ready? You ready? It's our chook. It's so beautiful. Oh my god. I wish I was this talented. I am honestly surrounded by the most talented, empowering, incredible women. My sister's an artist, my stepmother's an artist, my best friend's mum's an artist. I mean, I can technically be called an artist, but not to this level. Incredible. It's so cute. Thank you so much, Yvonne. This is so thoughtful. And I absolutely love that our crazy flock of animals inspires anyone to do anything beautiful like this. Just brings out their whole personality. It's perfect. Honestly, best package ever. Best package. I also actually, in this little ensemble of packages, I did get 2 others. I finally got a bank card that works, and I also got my wedding ring. That's all the excitement for today, guys.